Так. Отлично. Половина снята. Так, ага. Не теряемся, не теряемся. Сукин ты сын. Получи, блядь, мразь. Уходи. Тебя предупреждали, братан. Ад Виктория. Прощайте, братья. Я буду вас помнить. Блин, так неприятно теперь убивать людей, которые мне доверились. Такова их судьба. Запустить бы их как-нибудь сюда. У кого-нибудь есть ключ, а? Нихуя себе, блядь. И весь нихуя. Сейчас, где же вы? Ага. Чё? О. Еще один ветерблок пал. Не убивай их, нет. Стой! Стой! Стой, сказал. Иди. А рыцарь? Ад Виктория, брат. Не хочешь, ты правую руку вкачал. Угу. Не заметил. Но это на мне. Выкинуть. И выкинуть. О, да. Может, у тебя ключи? Угу. Это что у него было или что-то еще? Угу.
Seen you before. If you need a doctor, let's get you examined.
Yeah, see what's wrong with me, doctor.
Go over your symptoms with me.
Бля.
Think I soaked up some rats out there.
All right, let's flush your system. All done. Any other complaints?
Just hurt all over.
Вроде на улице все чисто. Хотя нет. Ага. Где-то ты здесь, тварь, прячешься. Ладно, думаю, улицу потом добьем. Еще один ядерблок на нуле. Ага. Простите меня. Прошу вас.
What's that noise?
Оружие. А, Виктория, брат. От Виктория, брат. Фух. Так. Получается, мы уничтожили всех? А нет, тут есть кто-то остался жить. Пожалуй, его надо добить. Брат, ну... Захуя, как сюда попасть? По обход, да? Угу, здесь выход. Здесь завалено. Че, никак, что ли, не попасть мне? А, нет, туда как-то наши попали. А, хитро. Не дурно. От Виктория, брат.
All right, Synth.
Please.
C322, initiate reset. Authorization code, Gamma 49 Typhoon.
Here they are.
God, it's a courser.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute. Time is critical.
You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
D257, initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633, initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus. No sudden moves.
Please, no.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
А мне то есть недоступно, да? всего за 17 минут мы, как сказать, проштурмовали данную крепость.
Something's out there. Over here.
Вот оно что. Ад, Виктория, брат. Никогда не думал, что буду заниматься этим. Хреначить, чтобы, блин, снять его. Просто никогда. Все сделано. Можем возвращаться домой.
Must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Hostile sensor reading detected. Combat initiated. Calculating most efficient attack.
Ты ж прыгать не собираешься, да?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Окейшки. Опять краду? Да у кого? У братства стали? Мне надо сгонять в санктуаре, починить броню. Секунду, ребят, еще я буду. Твою ж налево. Да, я 8 жетонов братьев стали потратил. Хотя подождем.
If there's anything I can do to lighten the load, or, you know, if you need anything food-fresh.
Все. Да, это было долго, это заняло очень много времени, но это того стоило.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Had its back on the walls.
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
Son.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements. and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Can't be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are. Not to put more pressure on you. We don't want them getting...
Right.
Head on up to the relay.
Every confidence you'll make a fine director.
guess we'll have to go through them.
Твари, получите. Так. Виктор. От Виктории.
That'll get us anywhere. At least not without whatever card activates it.
Виктория! Блядь, пидор, получи. Брат, прости меня. Простите меня. Мои братья. Как ты посмел